there's a huge education gap, right? I mean, think about, on Earth Day earlier this year, we came out and said we're carbon negative. And it's really cool how we're doing that, right? With climate trade, who's got a marketplace on the blockchain, and so not just what the network's using right now, but we're always going ahead, right? Like 100 nodes ahead of what's being used at a current point, so that we're always offsetting by more than what the network's taking up. And then we can do that because that's how small the footprint of the Algorand network is.
Yeah, anyway. I appreciate the like that's a consistent focus with the whole hashtag green crypto, and that's been pretty strong and consistent. I'm an environmentalist as well, and that's one of the things that actually drew me to Algorand in the first place. So
yeah, and a lot of the the ESG initiatives at some of these companies and with some of these countries, like it becomes important. I've had lots of conversations on that front, even with people in Massachusetts, and standing some stuff up around focused on Algorand, because that matters. Like it matters to companies, there's impacts all the way around for sure.
Let's talk about so earlier you said you were handed a 72-page white paper, and some of us have read some technical and some information, some of the more dense material that's put out. You're basically a Silvio translator, so you have to take some of that stuff and then put it into layman's terms, right, and make it palatable for everyone else and make it understandable.
But the dense material, it's funny, as some of this other stuff comes up, like higher level languages that people can write in, or proof that the tech is better, faster, cheaper, more stable, like all that stuff it's almost like people don't get in the weeds as they used to a couple of years ago, right? Like I don't know if anyone else listened to the Block did a research report on the layer ones, and they had a couple of very smart technical people on there. And I mean, those guys, they can get technical so quickly, right? And the nuances between how the protocols are formed. But in the end, if you're looking to like launch your business or start something new or update your infrastructure or, improve your model to make it more efficient, like you're only going to go so deep, right? Like, because a lot of this stuff has been around for, a couple of years now. And so it's been proved out a little bit to some extent.
Yeah, and I think it's getting easier too to interact with. Like, I mean, just from the technical standpoint, there's a lot of roadmaps now. You can take what other people have done. There's enough open source out there that you can build upon that.
That's right. And there's like different UIs and plugins that make that stuff more visible, right? So even if you can't get into the nuances of, I'm going to go and tap into that blockchain like directly through a node, like, there's block explorers, there's different wallets, there's different places you can sort of interface and look some of this stuff up, which I think it's great. I think it's a sign of how far the industry's come and where it's going.